Welcome students. We are discussing the chapter 3-dimensional geometry and we completed up to the equation of line in 3-dimensional space. So in today's class we will talk about the distance of a line from a point, definitely the perpendicular distance, and the distance between two straight lines, that is the shortest distance or the perpendicular distance, shortest distance between two straight lines. So let us first talk about the perpendicular distance from a point to a straight line. So here also two forms you can find, or in two different ways you can define this, in a vector form and in a Cartesian form. So first we are discussing the Cartesian form. So take a point alpha comma beta comma gamma, alpha comma beta comma gamma, a point P on the space, and a line x minus x1 by a equals to y minus y1 by b equals to z minus z1 by c. Now by the equation of the line you can easily say that a point on the line is x1 y1 z1 and the direction ratio of the line proportional to a, b and c. Clear? So now if we draw a perpendicular from the point P to the straight line, so it will cut the line AB, that is the given line x minus x1 by a plus y equals to y minus y1 by b equals to z minus z1 by c, into a point O. So the foot of the perpendicular is O. Now any coordinate of any point on the straight line can be represented as x1 plus lambda a plus y1 plus lambda b comma z1 plus lambda c. From here you can, if you take this equals to lambda, so from here you can take that any arbitrary point on the straight line can be represented as in this form. Now OP is perpendicular to AB. So by the figure OP is perpendicular to AB. Now if they are perpendicular, then if the directional ratio of this AB is ABC and the directional ratio of PQ is LMN, then AL plus BM plus CN should be equals to 0 since they are perpendicular. So we will use this theory and we will find the value of lambda. So the direction ratio of AB is proportional to A comma B comma C, and the directional ratio of the line OP is proportional to x1 plus lambda A minus alpha. Look at that O and P, this point minus this point. So x plus lambda A minus alpha, y1 plus lambda b minus beta, and z1 plus lambda c minus gamma. So these are the directional ratios of, or the directional ratios proportional to these three numbers. Now if they are perpendicular, so that means if we multiply them, this equation should be equals to 0. So from here just find the value of lambda. So if you have the value of lambda, you can find the coordinate of O. Now you have the point P and O. Look at the figure, P and O, and you need to find the distance between this OP. So you can easily use the distance formula and you can easily find the distance, that is the perpendicular distance from P to the line AB, that is OP. So after finding the value of lambda, just use that distance between 2 points formula, this formula, and you can easily find the perpendicular distance. Here I am not mentioning that formula, you can mention this. So this is the formula. So when we solve some problems, that time this theory will more clear to you. Now if we move to the vector form of it, so we need to take a point P with the position vector alpha, and a line representing by A vector plus lambda into B vector. So by the vector equation of the line, you can say a point on the line whose position vector is vector A and the line is parallel to the vector B, and lambda is any scalar quantity. So from this equation, same thing, you need to draw a perpendicular from the P which touch the AB, the line AB at a point O. So O be the foot of the perpendicular. Now if the position vector of O is represented by vector A plus lambda into vector B, then OP is from O to P. This line is vector A plus lambda into vector B minus vector alpha. Since OP is perpendicular to the line and B is parallel to the line, so that means OP is also perpendicular to the vector B. So that means their dot product will be 0. So if their dot product will be 0, so put the vector and find the value of the lambda here. So value of lambda is vector A minus vector alpha dot vector B by the mod value of B and its whole square. Now, so when you have the value of lambda, now you can easily find the foot of the perpendicular, that is O. Okay, so the position vector of O you can find, and now you have the position vector of O and position vector of P. So from that you can easily find the distance of OP in a vector form. So using the vector formula, you can easily find the distance between these 2 points. Now if 2 lines are parallel to each other, then we need to find the distance between them or the shortest distance between them. Maybe 2 lines are on the same plane, or may not be on the same plane. So first, here also 2 forms are there. One is Cartesian form, one is vector form. What you can do, you can choose one of the form and you can transfer. If you choose the Cartesian form, you can change the Cartesian form or transfer the Cartesian form into the vector form. Or you can choose the vector form and transfer the vector form into the Cartesian form. No need to remember both the formulas in a different manner, but if you know the formula for the Cartesian form, so you can easily remember the vector form, and if you know the vector form, you can easily convert this vector form into the Cartesian form. So here I am taking the 2 lines L1 and L2, though, which is parallel to each other. So if they are parallel to each other, that means their directional ratios are proportional to the ABC, and for L2, line L2, this is also the directional ratio is also proportional to ABC. Now taking this line is L1 and this line is L2. Taking this is L1, this is L2 and this is L1. So now from the point L1, so any point on the L1 is x1, y1, z1, any arbitrary point on L1, and any arbitrary point on L2 is x2, y2, z2, right? Now taking P be any point on L2, and we need to find the perpendicular distance from the line L1 to the point P. So here I am taking this P is x2, y2, z2. And you need to find the distance, the perpendicular distance from the point P to the straight line L1. So taking the foot of the perpendicular is L. Okay. So the coordinate of L, any arbitrary point on the line L1 can represented as x1 plus lambda a plus y1 plus lambda b, comma z1 plus lambda c. So the directional ratios of L1 is proportional to a comma b comma c, and the directional ratios of PL are proportional to x1 plus lambda a minus x2, y1 plus lambda b minus y2, z1 plus lambda c minus z2. Again, PL is perpendicular to the line L1, so you can use the directional ratio condition for the directional ratio, and you can find the value of the lambda. Okay, here I am again doing the same thing just we did before, the Cartesian form for the perpendicular distance from a point to a line. You can also apply the formula here, and you can easily find the value of lambda or the distance between these two parallel lines. But for the theory purpose, I'm just explaining this thing once again. Okay, you can use the same formula, the point and line formula, the perpendicular distance between the point from the point to a line. You can use the formula and you can easily find the distance. That is, you can easily find the value of lambda, and you can use the 2-point form, and you can easily find the shortest distance between two parallel lines, or the distance between two parallel lines. Okay, now if we move to the vector form of it, so same thing, let us check how to represent this two lines into shortest distance between two parallel lines into the vector form. So here I am taking two lines L1 and L2. Okay, so L1, this equation is represented by vector A1 plus lambda into b, vector b, and A2 vector A2 plus lambda into vector b. So any point on this line L1 whose position vector is A1, and another point position vector is A2. So let us take, this is the point Y, this is the point X, taking this point is Y, this is X, this is L1 and this is L2. Clear? So the position vector for X is A1 and the position vector for Y is A2. Okay, and this line is parallel to another vector, that is vector B. So this is the vector B. Now we need to find the perpendicular distance from Y to the L1. So let us take this point is M. So we need to find the distance YM. Clear? Now look at the triangle YMX. If we take this angle is theta, so we can write sin theta is ym by xy. Right? Now if this angle is theta, then this is pi minus theta. Now if this is pi minus theta, so this angle is also pi minus theta. Right? So from here you can write ym is equal to xy sin theta, or the modulus value of xy into sin theta. Now if we check the cross product of xy, vector xy and vector b, and taking the mod of it, so it will be modulus value of the vector xy into modulus value of the vector b into sine pi minus theta, that is the angle between them. Now sine pi minus theta is sine theta, so mod value of vector xy into sine theta, this is equals to ym. So ym can be written as in this form. Now put this value of vector xy cross vector b by the modulus of vector b. Okay, mod value of vector b. So this is the shortest distance, or the distance between two parallel lines in the vector form. Okay, if you convert the vector form into the Cartesian form, you can easily establish the equation You can solve it by yourself and check the transformation. In the next case, that is for the skew line, we will do these things. Okay. So nextly, we need to find the distance between shortest distance between two skew lines. Which skew lines means which lines not parallel to each other, but not intersecting to each other. So this kind of lines called skew lines. So here we are taking two lines L1 and L2 having the equation in the vector form, vector A1 plus lambda into vector B1, and second one is vector A2 plus mu into vector B2. Okay, taking this is A, this point is B. So, and this line is L1, this is L2. So, this is B1, vector B1 parallel to and vector B2. Now, the position vector of A1 is A1, vector A1. Position vector of B2 is vector B2. Clear? Now, taking ALM with a perpendicular, where this is L, taking this L and this is M. Now, since ALM is the perpendicular for these two lines L1 and L2, this is perpendicular to L1 and L2. So, they are perpendicular to B1 and B2 also. Since B1 is parallel to the L1 line and B2 is parallel to the L2 line. So, LM is parallel to B1 cross B2. If we take this one, this is B1 cross B2, right? Now, just find the unit vector along B1 cross B2 and just use the projection of vector, that is projection of the vector AB on the vector LM. Okay, so you know the projection vector since it is the vector chapter is completed. So apply this theory and find the shortest distance between these two lines L1 and L2, which is given by vector A2 minus vector A1 into cross product of vector B1 into and vector B2, and then the mod value of their cross product. And since it's a distance, so we are taking the mod value since it is a positive quantity. Okay, so this is the formula for the distance between two skew lines. So if we change this vector formation into the Cartesian form, so the same thing we need to take, this is A, this is B, and this is L, this is M. Now just take two equations, take any arbitrary point on the first line, which is x1, y1, z1, and B is x2, y2, z2. And the directional ratios proportional to A1, B1 and C1 for the line L1, and for the line L2 it is proportional to A2, B2 and C2. So in the vector form of these two equations we can write down. So if we compare this vector form and the Cartesian form, so from here you can write down the vector A, vector B, vector A2, vector A1, vector B1, vector A2 and vector B2. You can easily find that. I'm not writing these things again since you already know that. So the shortest distance is vector A2 minus vector A1 dot product with the cross product vector B1 cross vector B2 and the mod value of the cross product vector B1 cross vector B2. So let us find this cross product of vector B1 and vector B2. So the value is given by this B1 C2 minus C1 B2 into I cap, A1 C2 minus C1 A2 into J cap, A1 B2 minus B1 A2 into K cap. So if we take the mod value of it, So take the terms and square it and take the root. Clear? Now, the numerator part. So vector a2 minus vector a1 and the cross product. So if we take the determinant, so determinant will look like that. The first row is x2 minus x1, second term is y2 minus y1, and third is z2 minus z1. Then a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c1. We need to find the determinant value and just put the value over there in the shortest distance formula of in the vector form. So we will find the in this Cartesian form how to find the shortest distance between these two lines. Okay, just compare these two equations and rewrite the value again in the Cartesian form. That's all. Okay. Now, if equation of two lines are given, then how to identify that the lines are intersecting or not? Now, if the lines are intersecting each other, then the shortest distance between two lines should be 0. Right? If two lines are given, maybe they are parallel, or if the lines are parallel, then you can easily identify their directional ratios are proportional to same value, or the lines are skew line or intersecting line. If they're intersecting line, that means the shortest distance between these two lines should be equals to 0. And if this is equals to 0, so we can take this distance lm in the vector form also or the Cartesian form also, both are 0. So that means this dot product will be 0. And this is the condition in the Cartesian form. Okay. So just put the value and you can easily find the condition for intersecting lines. Now let us solve some problems from this theory, that is the finding the shortest distance between two lines. Look at here, this is question number 14 from the NCERT exercise of this line in 3-dimensional space. Two lines are given. Look at the equation of the lines. These are the equation of the lines. First is I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap plus lambda into I cap minus j cap plus k cap, and the second equation is given in this form. So the vector form is given, so you can write down the shortest distance of the line, the formula for the line L1 and L2. The shortest distance is given by this formula. Now compare the equations and the given equation, and by comparing the given equation and the formula, you can write down the vector A1, vector A2, vector B1 and vector B2. Clear? Now find their cross product and the numerator and the denominator. So let us find the first vector A2 minus vector A1. So this is I cap minus 3j cap minus 2k cap. Now let us find B1, vector B1 cross product with vector B2. So this is the determinant value minus 3i cap plus 3k cap, and the coefficients of j cap should be 0. Now if we take the mod value of it, so it will be root over minus 3 square plus 3 square, which is root 18, that is 3 root 2. So the numerator value is 3 root 2 and the denominator value is, just put the value, that is I cap minus 3j cap minus 2k cap into minus 3i cap plus 3k cap. So the value is minus 9. So the ultimate distance, the shortest distance between this given two lines is minus 9 by 3 root 2. Its mod value, that is 3 by root 2 units. This is the required distance, shortest distance between the given two lines. So write down the answer. Hence the shortest distance between these two lines is 3 by root 2 units. Moving to the next question, question number 15. You need to find the shortest distance where the Cartesian form of the line is given. Now you know the formula. So first, for your first work is to write down the formula. So take the line L1 and L2 and write down the shortest distance formula between these two lines L1 and L2. And then just compare the given equation and the formula and write down the value of x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 and a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. So by comparing this thing, x1 is minus 1, y1 is minus 1, z1 is minus 1. Look at here. X minus of minus 1. So x1 is minus 1. Here also y1 is minus 1 and z1 is minus 1. And then x2 is 3, y2 is 5 and z2 is 7. Now a1 is 7, b1 is minus 6, c1 is 1 and a2 is 1, b2 is minus 2 and c2 is 1. Now let us find the determinant value and the numerator and the denominator value. So write down the values x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, then z2 minus z1 and this a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 in this formula and find the distance between these two lines, these two given lines, the shortest distance between given two lines. So the determinant value, just break the determinant, just expand the determinant and find the determinant value is 116 and the numerator is under root 116. So if we take the root 116 is 2 root 29. So hence the shortest distance between the given two lines is 2 root 29. So moving to the next question, question number 16. Again you need to find the shortest distance between two lines where the vector form of the lines are given. So if the vector forms of the lines are given, so first write down the formula for the vector form where just write down the formula of shortest distance when the vector forms are given. And then compare the formula with the given equation and rewrite the value of the vector a1, vector a2, vector b1, vector b2. I'm not repeating these things. You can compare the equation and you can easily write down the vectors. So I'm not saying the vectors. You can see these things. Vector a1, a2, b1 and b2. Now your work to find these values. First we find vector a2 minus vector a1, which is 3i cap plus 3j cap plus 3k cap. Next find the cross product, that is vector b1 cross vector b2, that is the determinant value minus 9i cap plus 3j cap plus 9k cap. Next we find their mod value, that is root over 9 square plus 3 square plus 9 square, that is 3 root 19. Nextly find this dot product, the numerator value, which is given by minus 27 plus 20 plus 27 plus 9, which is equals to 9. Now put the value in the formula and find the shortest distance between given two lines. 3 by root 19. Okay. So write down the answer. Hence the shortest distance between the given two lines is 3 by root 19. Now moving to the next question, question number 17. Now question number 17 is same as question number 16 and the 14. But here one thing is that you need to rewrite this equation in the form of vector a1 plus lambda into vector b1. That is, here you can write down this thing, vector a1 plus t into vector b1. and then compare the equation with the given formula and rewrite the vectors a1, vector b1, vector a2 and vector b2. Okay, and then find the numerator value and the denominator value and put the values into the formula and find the shortest distance between these two lines. I'm not repeating this again, since we have solved the question number 16 and question number 14. They are same. So you just try to find the distance by yourself, and if you find any difficulties, then go through the solutions. Okay. Otherwise, the questions are very easy. So the questions from 3D vector, they are just formula based questions. Nothing is there very difficult, just formula based question. You need to just compare the formula and the given equations, and you need to find the distance between them. So hence, write down the answer. The shortest distance between these lines are 8 by root 29. Okay. So practice the questions, and if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.